Band director, Sophia Sampo.
Pro and 7 of 9, the Kings will have them on it. The Thunder coming off a win. Sacramento are officiating crew tonight. Kevin Scott, the crew chief, JT Orr, and Matt Boland, a veteran threesome. Sacramento in the black jerseys, and what a surprise, the man who lives in the mid-range.
You want to run guys off the three-point line. With Tamar, you want to run him off the two-point line. He is deadly from that mid-range.
Jet Holmgren just back from a hip. A double big lineup here by Mark Daigneault and the Thunder.
Yeah, and what a luxury, right? Because they can, not that they're experimenting, but they can try all the different types of lineups. And the reality is, we know when you get to the postseason, you're going to have to play different styles against different teams. Forward roll there with the driving kick.
Keegan Murray with the jumper there, and it is a 5-2 lead as he knocks down the three. You see Isaiah Hartenstein wearing the face mask. Holmgren back-to-back, feeling good.
And how about Hartenstein assisting on both made field goals? That inverted offense you see so often now with the bigs playing up above the free throw line. It creates so much space in the half court.
So a tie game here in the opening moments. Murray, the step back baseline jumper doesn't go down. Oklahoma City has won the first two from Sacramento this season. This will be the third and final meeting. Williams battling Levine out to SGA. The first two games decided by 21 and 34 points. Levine picks SGA's pocket. Keon Ellis, who's back in there in the starting lineup for Malik Monk. Now down low to Sabonis. Kick Levine, three ball. He has not shot the three well of late.
Well, and Levine's really kind of the barometer for this Kings team. They win when he plays well, and so important to kind of get him going here early.
Keon Ellis to Murray. Levine fakes on a three. Thunder come up with a steal. They do it more frequently than any team in the league. Holmgren doubled. They reverse it to Dort from three. 39.5%.
And he gets a lot of them just like that, right? Breakdown defensively, and he's just sitting there licking his chops.
What was a tough go for the Kings against the Celtics. Dort looking for another one. Dort in and out. Last night, it was Boston 113, Sacramento 95 in this building. Sacramento was down by 5 at the half, but then outscored by 13 in the second half. The big story, the three-point line. Boston, as they do to, feels like everybody, outscored the Kings by 33 at the three-point line.
Well, that's really the defending champs. Modus operandi, right? They are going to dominate.
A coach of the year. Nice pass by DeRozan to Sabonis. Ellis from three. He's off. Sacramento has opened up this game, down 2 of 4 from three-point territory. 8-8 early on, approaching the 8-minute mark. SGA weaving his way in. Murray
on display there.
SGA into the paint. Push shot by Hartenstein. A nasal fracture, then got it hit again. It's been uncomfortable for him wearing that mask.
I like the look, though, Jared.
Do you think he should stick with it?
Yeah. Dark. Cato, that was the guy. Cato.
By the way, DeRozan's three was changed to a 2 from earlier.
To knock down those threes here early. Now you're just a count late on the help. And SGA able to take advantage.
Sacramento trailing 12-7. Sabonis with the handle, coming back from that ankle injury. Good defense by Hartenstein. Sabonis goes down. Late to get back. They go up top. That's even too tall for Chip.
To outwork everybody. One of the things that he did as a kid, guys, he would ask his teachers to unlock the gym at 6 a.m. to go get a workout in. And if the gym wasn't open, he would go to YMCA at 5 a.m. to get that work in. Mark Daigneault telling me it stands. The responsibility that he holds. A new player comes in, and their eyes are immediately gravitating towards him. But the good thing about that is he takes that responsibility wholeheartedly, and he shows up every single day on both sides of the floor. That is why this OKC team is so consistent and so good all season long.
And they have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, and Lawrence is spot on. The thing that's unique about SGA is it's really how he helps to raise the level of everyone he plays with. And sometimes, statistically you look at his numbers, but it's more about look at everyone else's. They all seem to play at a little higher level. And this is what really separates them, what they do on this side of the ball defensively. They are so connected and so active and interchangeable defensively. They put you in dire straits when you're on offense.
Lou Dort looking for his second 3 of the game. We just saw that last turnovers per game. And they're not too shabby on this end either, G.
No, they share, their chemistry and connection on both sides of the ball, really almost unmatched in the league right now.
The league leader in scoring, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Easy, so smooth, particularly on that baseline.
Keon Ellis left open. Tip back up and in by Ellis is in there once again. He is starting for Malik Monk, who is out with an illness. Jay into some trouble. Ellis knocks away. Laravia nearly comes up with it. It's Hartenstein over to Dort. 7 on the shot clock. Dort, corner. The Holmgren. Joe. Pull up. He beats about a corner 3. Into no man's land there. Then Laravia. Splash.
To have accomplished that feat as well. So
it feels like they're youngest to do everything, right?
They are.
They were the youngest last year to be a number 1 seed in the conference. They were the youngest to advance to the second round of the playoffs. SGA with his 4th turnover of the game. Sacramento turning the tables on the Thunder here in the early going.
They forced 6 turnovers already here in this first quarter.
A couple of personnel changes to note here. Jonas Valanciunas back in there for the first time that I remember. He had been starting, and Valanciunas misses. He had been starting for Sabonis as he missed those 3 games with the ankle injury. SGA on the drive. He got... He's a guy who doesn't get many...
Seeing a lot of different lineups and rotations for OKC. Keep in mind when you talk about Sacramento, they played last night, and that probably plays into Doug Christie's thinking of trying to get guys engaged and involved early.
Here's Markelle Fultz seeing some first half action. Fultz pulls up and knocks down the former number 1 overall pick by the Orlando Magic, saying this is the best he has felt in his career because he's been healthy, had the opportunity to practice. Jalen Williams.
Young group, too. The other thing that stands out for me, the level of versatility that they feature with all of their players. They all do so many things well on both sides of the floor.
Zach LaVine knocks down the jumper for his first points of the game. SGA, a rookie, but doesn't have that many. SGA, he leads the way. It is a 23-17 advantage for Oklahoma City, who has won 10 in a row on the road. OKC finishing up a road trip. They'll be back home.
And that's why they get so many deflections. They don't allow you into their paint that often. It forces you to play around the paint, and that's how come they can get a lot of deflections.
Fultz with the creative move, but the good defense by Jalen Williams. No J-Dub. The other Jalen Williams is out for a 7th straight game with a hip strain. There's Dylan Jones from down.
We just talked about it. What they do well defensively of not allowing you to get 2 feet in the paint. They do the opposite on offense, and there you see they're going to need him to step up offensively. But that ability to get 2 feet in paint as an offense, it allows you to put the defenders in rotation, and then there's such good decision makers and 3-point shooters all over the floor.
Offensive
game.
Fultz into the paint, kicks it for Laravia. LaVine gets past Caruso.
It's typically only called on the defense.
Right. Caruso
to the sign Hartenstein and bring in Caruso. 2
Sign up on NBA.com/League Pass to start $81 million extension, which will keep him in a Thunder uniform through the 28-29 season. He's dealt with some hip injuries to both the left and right hip throughout the year, being very cautious with him. Obviously, Mark Daigneault telling us the goal here now, with 3.5 weeks to go, 11 games to play, be healthy, but don't get rusty going into the playoffs. Fultz up high, hits the back of the iron, bounced around. SGA has it. He's playing with 5 turnovers right now. SGA strong to the cup. Fultz gets there, deflects it. Here's Joe, and they will take.
And that led to easy plays for us. We got to keep it going.
They're struggling to break you guys down in the half court. How do you continue to stifle them defensively?
Communicating and being on the same page. When we know where each other's at and we're able to communicate through all their actions, we do a good job on that end.
I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lord. And Chet, you saw it during the interview. Was that meta that he dunked while he was doing the interview? Here's Dylan Jones going
in the game. And this is the guy that's got to get in the game, Zach LaVine. They need him to be a lot more aggressive here.
Valanciunas blocked by Holmgren. 3 on the shot clock. LaVine doesn't see it. 2. LaVine at the buzzer. And Holmgren comes down with it. We'll keep our eye on Chet Holmgren throughout the sequence here. 35-21 Thunder. Hartenstein out to Holmgren, left alone. No good on the 3. Zach LaVine, 1 for 4, 2 points. It's LaVine and 4 other bench players, including Markelle Fultz. LaVine down low to Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got both bigs surrounding him, and there's nothing you could do with those twin towers.
A great job of corralling Valanciunas there defensively.
No Aaron Wiggins tonight. No Cason Wallace. We mentioned J-Dub out for a 7th straight backdoor cut from Jones. Great find by Hartenstein. Jones can't finish.
I'll tell you, one of the things that allows OKC to play this double big lineup is how good both those guys are in space.
Fultz and shots.
Yeah, they've got to figure out a way, the Kings, they got to get stops and they've got to get something in transition. Really struggling with this group in the half court.
Hartenstein coming off a double-double Sunday against the Clippers. Here's Holmgren, 2 on the shot clock. Over to Hartenstein. Shot clock's going to expire. And that's just when he was sent to San Antonio going out the door. But now they don't have a true point guard on their roster. There's Sabonis. He's off on a 3. They're now 3 for 12 from downtown.
Well, that and then the other big concern is their best player is Caruso, a primary scorer. And Sabonis is a terrific player, a great passer, rebounder. He can score, but he's not a guy that commands double teams or that can consistently break down your defense, and so it does limit them at times. Nice little take there.
Jake LaRavia.
By LaRavia. And so it does, not having a point guard that can stress you in the half court at times, especially against great defense.
Isaiah Joe short on the 3. Here comes DeRozan, who just checked back in. DeRozan 2 for 3, 4 points. Started the game with a mid-range jumper. DeRozan again from the mid-range. Good defense by Alex Caruso. Thunder in a hurry. Joe from a couple feet behind the line. Thunder had hit 6 of their first 12 from distance. Poked away. Holmgren on Sabonis. Sabonis gets around him. In 10 days he's going to be out. Returns, what it's like to have a 1.5 year old. Go out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's going to be a stretch. You got grandparents, though. Got to take advantage of it.
That's true. Come on down. Chet Holmgren guarded by LaRavia. Holmgren goes up strong, knocked away by DeRozan.
Holmgren's got such great perimeter skills. He put that on display on that possession.
15-point lead for the Thunder. Another turnover by the Kings. In transition, Joe connects. And it's great to see that he's staying out there despite grabbing that left hip, which kept him out last game. He's done that several times. Mark Daigneault telling us before the game, be healthy and fresh. As the Kings missed the shot there. Remember, the top 6 seeds as the Thunder run the court Lou Dort in transition. By the way, before now, it is a 45-25 lead, the largest margin tonight for the Thunder. The top 6 seeds, because of the play-in tournament, get a week off between the end of the regular season and the start of the playoffs. Keegan Murray, all guys coming down the last 2 weeks, week of the season. But then, if you do that and then you have a week off, guys get rusty. Guys need to play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, too, how teams approach it, right? I mean, in OKC's case, they're going to have such a significant lead that if you're Coach Degnaud, how do you manage that? You know, you want to be healthy, but you don't want to deal with rust either. And to have that extended period of time off could definitely create a dilemma.
Kings now 4 of 14 from 3. It's 45-28. Caruso hits the deck, didn't get the whistle. Here's a 5-on-4 now for the Kings. Sabonis at Holmgren. Rosen 2 of 5. 8 on the shot clock to Murray. Down low to Sabonis. 4 on the timer. Corner. DeRozan. 3-ball. SGA the rebound. SGA's got 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Jay Will looking for a second trifecta. He's got it. Christie as well. Christie barks back at him.
I tell you what, though, this Thunder team, they just play with such great flow and put a tremendous amount of pressure on your defense.
Arabia throws it down to Sabonis,
and he just has not been able to get going.
Rosen catch and shoot is off. He's now 2 of 7 from the field, 4 points. So he and Levine have combined for 6 in the first half. Holmgren to Jay Will. Gets Sabonis in the air. Williams, corner. Buckets.
Here tonight, the ball movement, the pace. And again, I go back to it. It's the versatility, right? They've got 5 guys on the floor that can space up, put it on the floor, make a decision, and create an opportunity for a teammate, and they all are willing to do it as well.
Riskeon Ellis with 4 on the timer. Ellis jacks up a 3 and knocks his opponent. Last night, a minus 33 from the three-point line against the Celtics. Tonight, OKC has hit 9 of them. Here's SGA with a 2 to the right in double figures with 10.
Yeah, it's just a little too easy right now for OKC offensively.
Every player that has touched the floor has scored.
You generally don't say that in the first half.
9 guys.
Defense looks like now. I talked to Lou Dort a little bit earlier today, and he said, look, we just want that dog mentality defensively every single time we go out. We see the results that we get when every single person commits to defense. And even Kawhi Leonard said it, guys, on Sunday after playing against OKC. He said, I would say they didn't have a lot of guys that you could attack in that starting lineup, so I guess that does make them the best defense in the league. But it has been a conglomeration over the last 5-6 years of those 3 guys spearheading that process.
And if those guys are going to do it, you're going to see guys like Isaiah Joe diving for a loose ball, even though he doesn't come up with it. DeRozan, 53-31, OKC. Here's DeRozan into the mid-post. Sabonis left wide open. Lefty stroke is no good. Tipped back out by Murray to Ellis. Porter, Levine, splash.
Here, they want to have a chance to get back in this game.
To follow up on Lauren's point, Coach Degnaud telling us before the game that he feels like the physical presence of this roster, the identity, comes from Lou Dort. Henrich Williams off on the 3, while the confidence comes from everything SGA does for his teammates.
Yeah, I think it's a great description of this crew. Lou Dort is kind of like their version, not the passer, but in terms of giving him that identity of Draymond with Golden State. You know,
Isaiah Joe just went down. His face hit the hardwood. Levine has it. The last 6 for the Kings, who have trailed by as many as 23. It's now 53-37. Greg Anthony, Jared Greenberg, Lauren Jabbar from Sacramento. Out of the timeout, Jalen Williams misses on a 3. Thunder have made 9 from distance already in the first half. DeRozan just 2 for 7. DeRozan working on Caruso, the former Chicago Bulls. Caruso comes down with it. SGA a 3. Up.
Really allow you to just exhale.
Sabonis' second game back from the ankle injury. 1 of 4. 2 points. Levine. Off target there. OKC grabs the rebound, and here comes the Thunder. Looking for their 11th straight win on the road. SGA, reverse style.
Efficient. Just picks his spots within the flow.
Approaching a minute to go in the half.
Open floor.
Sabonis from downtown. They're now 7 of 21 in the first half. SGA going to work. Caruso, Dort, look at the ball movement. Dort, bottom.
Whatever you try and do, they just seem to have an answer for here in this first half.
40 seconds to go in the half. Ellis looking to match Dort, and he does. Tonight's game. We'll get to that here in a moment.
You taking the over?
No, I don't know what the over-under is. Taking the spread might be something different. It started at the Kings getting 9. I don't dabble in that stuff. On Ellis slowly, quickly deterred by Holmgren. Now Sabonis coming downhill. Sabonis over to Barrow.
Thanks, Jared. I talked to Doug Christie heading out for the second half. I said, what was your message? He said, we have to compete at a high level. The physicality wasn't there, and they're taking advantage. We're not running fast enough. I said, how do you not let OKC get set up in the half court? He said, we have to advance the basketball fast. He said, they were missing shots. We have to get out of our running lanes, get to corners, get Domas the ball inside, spray it out, create our opportunities, and be patient with our shot.
Sabonis just 2 for 6 for first half points. Kings playing on the second night of a back-to-back last night, losing to the Celtics, trying to end a 3-game losing streak now. Sabonis now 2 for 7. Up ahead quickly, Holmgren running the floor. 8 points, 12-0 in favor of Oklahoma City. 66-44. Here's Sabonis going right at Hartenstein. Holmgren there. They deny him. SGA comes up with it. SGA fighting off defenders. SGA loses it. Another turnover for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Up ahead, and they can't complete the out. Let's take a look, GA.
But you also want to show your guys that you've got their back.
Right.
So you're up comfortably. You want to not have them get lax here, even though they're up 21, because there's a lot of time left here in this game.
Chet working around the screen. 2-man game. Now to SGA. SGA 2 on the timer. SGA spins. SGA wins. Alexander, for the 65th consecutive game, has scored 20 points. Corner 3 ball. Murray.
Many open opportunities you create, but also advantages. And SGA, they're not able to get that one to go.
20-point lead for the Thunder. Kings basketball. Zach LaVine, second leading scorer in the NBA, based on just what he's done in the first 3 quarters of games this year. As SGA goes to work. Lou Dort in the corner, his 3 ball is short. He has sat out of 15 fourth quarters, SGA, that he started the game but did not play because they didn't need him in those fourth quarters. So he has been so good. The team has been so good in the first 3 quarters. Keon Ellis run and a 9-0 run for the Kings. They're within 14.
This has been their best stretch here.
Murray, defense, into offense. Sabonis wide open.
And he was so open, he had to shoot it. Having his struggles making shots here tonight, but Sacramento showing some fight here in this third quarter.
SGA tosses it up, comes down to DeRozan. DeRozan fakes one way, goes to the left. Murray blows the dunk, but Murray
stops here to get the crowd.
Keegan Murray, the third in the loss against Boston. Tonight, Murray at 13 again, for number 13. Corner, Dort. Dort drives off the window. No. Thunder have gone cold here to start the third. Can the Kings remain hot? Yes! It's a 10-point game.
It's been their defense that's ignited it, right? There's another great contest and a stop and putting them out in transition. Levine's left arm did extend, but I don't think to the point where it would force Dort to fall the way he did. So I like the reversal. 16-0 run, and Keegan Murray looking like he did his rookie season where he was setting the league on fire was his ability to shoot that three.
Whip it in the corner for Dort. Dort going baseline on Sabonis. Off the window for that ends the run. This half, the Kings have made 5 of their first 6 shots after shooting 8 for 22 from distance in the first half. 70-61 OKC, riding a 10-game road win streak. Levine off on that triple. It's SGA coming down with it. He's got 20. SGA knifing through, and he
in pick and rolls and 4
seams all in one 11-point lead for the Thunder.
And part of the issue with that, you talked about not having a point.
29 other franchises, more than 27 a night. Tonight he's got 22. Here's Keegan Murray. He scored the last 7 for the Kings. 5 on the shot clock. Sabonis, 3 on the timer. 2. Sabonis got to put it up. He's having a rough night. Remember, coming back from missing 3 games from an ankle injury. Thought it would be at least 10 days out. He came back after 7. Now playing the second night of a back-to-back after extended minutes and a loss last night to Boston. SGA in the corner, Kendrick Williams. No-look feed. Holmgren rises up.
On that fine for Holmgren.
Sabonis 2 for 10 from the field. Corner. DeRozan, pounded by Williams, a good defender, getting the start tonight with J-Dub remaining out. They skip it in the corner. Levine knocks down.
Three have been Levine and Murray here in this game.
Here's Holmgren, driving baseline, pulls up from about 5, no good. Williams comes down with it. Williams down low to Holmgren. He'll try Sabonis again. This time, down. Zach LaVine had that big 3 on the prior trip. Doug Christie saying that he wants Zach taking at least 10 threes per game. Tonight he's 4 for 8 from distance.
A lot of times if you want, your offense has got to create opportunities, and that's what you're seeing. They're doing a much better job here in this second half in particular, creating some three-point opportunities.
Zach came in over his last 3 games, averaging just 19% from 3. Great defense by DeRozan, denying SGA. Here comes the odd man break. Murray, another try. Another 3!
Tell you what, they look like a completely different team, particularly defensively, which has allowed them to get out in transition.
Kendrick, 79-67. 4 minutes to go in the third. DeRozan backing down Williams. Jump stop. Lou Dort comes from behind and
forces the defense to have to extend and guard, which creates space also for his teammates.
DeRozan
to determine whether or not it's a legal screen.
Murray in and out. Kings now 7 of 10 from 3 in this quarter. Sacramento a +10 here in the third. SGA looking for a cutting Jones. It gets turned over. Here comes Sacramento. 79-67. Had been a 24-point game at 1 point in favor of the Thunder. Seven on the timer. Ellis. Floater. No. Jalen Williams throws it right back to LaRavia. Ellis from 3. You bet!
Activity level defensively. They have been engaged at the point of attack, making it a little more challenging for the Thunder here in this third quarter.
Joe nearly turns it over. Comes out to OKC. 5 on the shot clock. Backdoor for SGA. Pulls up off the back of the iron. And it comes down to LaRavia. 9-point game. Kings have been scorching hot this quarter. Sweet move by LaRavia. Takes it to the cup. Up with the left and in. Point game.
I see you, young fella. That was a beautiful attack there.
SGA can't get it to fall this quarter. He has just 2 points here in the third. Ellis using the screen from Sabonis. Corner from Murray. He's been the hot man. Back to Ellis. 9 on the timer. LaRavia driving. LaRavia. No. Sabonis gets the rebound.
The bounce.
Injury. It's a board, but it comes out to Holmgren. Fortuitous bounce to Chet. Caruso. Finally the quarter. 82-73 OKC. 95 seconds to go in the third. DeRozan, we get a kick ball. Week 16, Thursday on TBS, CBS, True TV, and stream on Max.
How's your bracket doing?
What bracket? I don't know what you're talking about. Corner for DeRozan with 3 on the clock. DeRozan with 3 in the quarter.
And where have they been getting the majority of them? In the corner.
SGA.
A on the end.
SGA has 24. Under a minute to play in the quarter.
I know Doug Christie was telling me that his message at halftime was to play a lot faster, but especially on the defensive side, get the stops, get out in transition. 9 transition points in that quarter. How do you continue to defend the way that you did in that third quarter?
Yeah, force them into tough shots. We were doing that in the third quarter, and that allowed us to get out in transition. So if we keep doing that, we'll have a good chance.
And they're able to complete.
Thunder looking to become the first team to 60 wins this season in the NBA. Sacramento looking to add a little cushion to their lead over the 10th and 11th place teams in the West. They're currently in 9th. Dallas losing earlier tonight. Caruso looking for back-to-back buckets, and he's
2 mental breakdowns defensively here on most possessions by Sacramento. Not getting back defensively in 2 point-blank layups.
The Kings 2 and 3, but one of those 2 wins on this homestand came against the best team of the East. Tonight they're trying to stun the best team in the West. Holmgren, the turnaround. That falls.
Second unit of Sacramento that had some struggles in that first half. Track maintains possession.
Arabia. That rattled 3 of the half for Sacramento. Pocket pass from Joe to Hartenstein. Backdoor pass to Holmgren. He goes at the 5 position.
Moves without the basketball. The Thunder.
The Kings have hit 19 threes. 11 of them coming after halftime. Zach LaVine's got 16 points. Markelle Fultz down low, and there's
Post defenders. As the ball's in the air, they'll give you a little nudge to kind of dislodge you a little bit. That time the official is not buying.
Arabia working on Holmgren. Arabia sweep, set up, moves. It comes up just shy, and Alex Caruso's going to bring it up the court. Arabia pokes his hand in there. Good defender. Arabia going at Caruso. Gets Sacramento ball. 21 on the clock. DeRozan has it. Guarded by Williams. Turnaround for DeRozan. The 4th starter for the Kings over 10.
I think DeMar's eyes got big, not having Caruso or Dort on him. That ability by this Thunder team to shoot the 3 ball.
Kings nearly turn it over. 9th turnover on the Kings. Holmgren with a crowd around him. Corner, Caruso, 3. DeRozan the rebound. Thunder also shorthanded. J-Dub, Jalen Williams, he's out. As well as Aaron Wiggins and Cason Wallace. Corner, LaRavia, he's been hot. LaRavia can't get that one to go down. Keegan Murray back in after a short breather. He's been the hot hand for the Kings. He's got to guard Holmgren. That's a tall task. That was the second on Murray. A 72% free throw shooter misses there. Hartenstein battles with Sabonis. And Sabonis just 6 points on 2 of 11, but he does have 7 assists and 8 rebounds. Make it 9 now. LaVine, top of the key for Sabonis. He swings it. DeRozan 3. That's short. Joe down with it for OKC, and they'll slow it down.
Good job defensively. That's not the 3 DeRozan likes to take. He's more of a guy who wants to get those corner 3s. A lot more effective there.
Backdoor, Hartenstein looking for Joe, interrupted by Ellis. Sabonis has it behind his back. Sabonis looking for LaVine. LaVine in traffic, bucket on 18. Tonight, just a half game ahead of Phoenix. In the 9th spot, ahead of the Suns, who are 10th. It's 3 teams playing for the final 2 spots in the West play-in. Kings very much in the mix. Holmgren, Kings wanted to travel. He spins and he scores.
Holmgren to knock down that tough finish.
Levine fires. Quick trigger three is no good. Chet Holmgren, he's got 18, second on the team. SGA, who's on the bench right now, has 29. Hartenstein will run the offense at the top of the key. Dort falls over to Joe, 7 on the timer. Good defense by Ellis. Joe, sidestep. Joe, cut it.
Way to fight, Black. Way to fight, Black. Keep fighting, baby. Come on, fella. Hey, it's all about the energy and the defense. What we ain't gonna do is stop fighting. Keep fighting.
And make from Keegan Murray after our State Farm audio assist. Doug Christie, the interim head coach, after Mike Brown was relieved of his duties. Remember, this Kings squad got off to a 10-2 start under Christie, but since have gone 12-16. Jalen Williams off on a three. Thunder have gotten off to a good start this quarter, and they haven't seen SGA touch the floor yet. He's just come to the scorer's table. Next whistle, he'll come back in. Caruso couldn't convert the lay-in. Caruso in a cameraman's lap. It's a 5-on-4. Ellis with nobody near him misses on a three. Now Caruso cherry picking, and it pays
5 and get the defensive rebound and lead to that easy deuce.
5.5 to go. 107-92. Sabonis the turnaround.
5 minutes to go for the Kings.
Chet denied. Murray. Oh, is that a heat check?
Yeah, but you know, it's one of the few times where he didn't catch it cleanly. And he has shot it so well. Egan to pursue there for the block. Great job.
3 blocks from Murray to go along with his 9 threes. SGA back in the game.
Shooting hasn't been there the way they want.
Then shot.
With confidence. But I also think it was offensively. They've trended down since that rookie year. And I think that's also had an impact. The other aspect of it is he's really put a lot of time and focus on his defense. That's something Doug Christie pointed out. He has improved tremendously on that side of the ball. And oftentimes when you emphasize an area to improve, it can have an impact on you in other areas. Case in point, his shooting.
Williams. Errant lob for Dort.
Oh, ended up colliding there with Ellis.
The pass for Sabonis, intercepted by Jay Will. 27th in the...
He's a foul. If he wasn't one of the league leaders to get to the free throw line, they'd probably be dead last.
SGA has 30 tonight. DeRozan kicks it for Levine on the deck. Back to DeRozan. He steps back for the three. DeRozan, no. DeRozan 1 of 5 from distance tonight, but Sabonis comes up with a loose ball, tracks it down, kicks it. Enjoy yourself out there, play with joy. But on the verge of their 4th straight loss, it's kind of hard sometimes to find that joy, I would imagine. DeRozan misses there. SGA will come out with it and slow it down.
Yeah, I think it's spot on. And again, it's not for a lack of effort. It's just the way this roster is made up. They just have some areas that, with the way the NBA game is played, they cannot take advantage of. We talked about that point guard play or the lack of pick and roll impact.
Isaiah Joe comes down with a loose ball. There's the extra effort. He has been all over the place tonight. SGA, he's got
every night, right? He just finds a way to get it done.
Second time he's gone for 30 against the Kings this year. Levine off target on the 3. NBA TV, the Magic host the Mavericks at 7 o'clock Eastern. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Corner, Williams, 3, bucket! And the Golden One setter is starting to empty out with that 3 by Williams. Keon Ellis off target. It was a big third quarter. Remember, Sacramento had trailed by as many as 24. The Kings cut it to a 6-point deficit, keyed by Keegan Murray's explosive third quarter. Lou Dort. That is the knockout. Their 7th straight win overall. Under 2 minutes to go. Williams rising up. Wow. Even if Sacramento loses, they still hold the tiebreaker with Phoenix. But schedule makers, what a job they did. Last game of the season, the Phoenix Suns travel here to Sacramento. It could be a play-in to the play-in or to determine a 10 battle. As we currently stand, Sacramento leads the season series 2-1.
And I'll tell you what, Phoenix starting to figure some things out, right? Won 4 in a row. One of the best stretches they've had in a long time this season.
Benches have emptied here. Jalen Williams still in among the regular rotation players. There's Doug McDermott, who just had an injury, playing on a 7th different franchise in 11 years. McDermott does what he does best, knocking down a 3. Still a 22-point lead. Thunder have led by as many as 25. Under a minute to play. So OKC is going to win 60 with just 12 losses. McDermott back for a team that's as young as it is. Opening night still had the youngest roster in basketball. To put together back-to-back seasons like this, do you feel this has prepared them now for a deep postseason run?
No question. And you know, we talked about this earlier today. They remind me a little bit of the Warriors. If you go back to the beginning, but you know, you remember that year they lost to the Spurs in 6 in the second round.
The Warriors, yeah.
The Warriors did, and then that next year they won 65. But going into that year, no one thought they would win a championship. I would even say that this Thunder team may be a notch ahead of that schedule because they were a 1 seed a year ago.
And they tasted that difference, and that'll be it here. 121 to 105. The Thunder